completely forgot to film a real intro, so this video will start quite off guard, but anyway, have fun with it.
I'm actually quite scared of starting this piece because I actually didn't bought everything that I need. I just bought the college oil paint from Schminke. I think it's a German brand. So yeah, I just bought the 3 base colors and black and white, because then I can mix every color I need. And yeah, I actually wanted to bought a brown shade, but these paints were so fucking expensive, so I only bought the most necessary colors. I think one paint costs like 10 or 11 euros, so this was quite expensive. The thinner, I just bought it from the same brand. And we also need the vanish. I'm still not sure if I bought the right thing, but we will figure that out when I can vanish my first painting. So yeah, these are the materials I'm using. And also to clean my brushes, I'm just using standard turpentine from my dad. And yeah, these are the materials I'm using. And I'm quite excited how good they will be and how good I can work with them. But you actually need to prep the canvas, and the only thing I have is this gesso primer. I mean, I used this for my acrylic paintings and it worked quite well, and it doesn't say that this thing is particularly for acrylic paint, so I think it's fine to use this. I just hope I don't mess this up with the base. Yeah, it just says that it reduces the absorption of paint, and I guess that's what the primer is for. So I think it will be fine that I'm using this one. So yeah, I will just start prepping my canvas and then start painting, I guess. I'm so nervous to mess this up. Well, no risk, no fun, I guess.
So as I said, we will start with prepping the canvas, and as you can see, it was a really dumb idea to place my canvas because basically all of the paint just went everywhere. And then it was finally time to open up my paint for the first time, and I was really skeptical because the paint looked so weird, but I think that's just because I'm used to painting with acrylic paint. And yeah, here you can see me trying to mix my first skin color, which turned out to be quite a challenge, but I think I managed it. And yes, here you can see the motif I chose. It is from the new movie Top Gun Maverick. I might be obsessed with the movie, not only with the incredibly good actor Miles Teller, which I'm drawing right now, but also with the movie in general. So if you haven't watched it, go watch it, because this movie really is good. So back to the painting process, I started off with trying to layer a dark color, but turns out I used way too much thinner because I couldn't layer the paint as I wanted it to look. And yeah, here you can see me just trying to put the base colors where they belong, and it's getting really messy here. As you can see, I kept on putting paint over and over and trying to layer it, but one thing I learned quite fast is that layering oil paint isn't really a good idea. I'm used to painting with acrylic paint, as I said, and there you can layer paint quite well, so this is mainly one of the biggest mistakes I've made, and also one of the biggest differences between acrylic paint and oil paint, so that was a thing I had to learn. while drawing this. And let's be honest, at this point, I really thought that I've messed up completely. But I've learned through my art journey that sometimes you just need to go through the paint, so I kept on adding paint, also started working on the glasses and some other parts like the hair. But let's be honest, the more I worked on this one, it kept getting worse. I think I've been painting on this thing for like 2 hours, and then I had the great idea to put on some orange paint to make it look more like sun-kissed, which was quite a bad idea because look at that thing. And then I decided to take off some paint with a towel, which was such a dumb idea. I should have used some other material because look at this, I made it even worse. So yeah, I tried to take off some paint, made it even look worse than it already was. I really thought about giving up on the drawing at that point, but again, I remembered that I'm a newbie to this material, so I took some time and kept working on it, added some more highlight, trying to save it in any way. So yeah, at this point I was just experimenting with the paint and actually quite lost the hope that this thing will turn out okay. So yeah, I actually just added some random paint to it. But let's be honest, after I added the details on his beard, I kinda started liking the painting again, and yeah, just kept on layering the paint, keep struggling with layering the paint because, as I said, layering oil paint, nah, you shouldn't try that, it's really messy. So yeah, I just kept layering the paint, and then I tried to draw his sunglasses, which were quite a mess, as you can see, because my brush was way too thick. And yeah, I just didn't have a thinner brush, so this was the only option I had. And also, one thing I've learned, drawing in detail with oil paint is quite difficult. So yeah, I just kept on adding random highlights because I didn't want it to continue drawing her sunglasses. And yeah. She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. There must be something that features.
all up in the clouds when it's pouring rain. Ain't never coming down unless you call my name. Yeah, we should take it slow, just like day by day, like day by day.
At some point, I just stopped working on the face because at some point you just need to stop and continue with something different. So I added the hair and also started working on his uniform. I didn't put too much detail in it and just kind of go with the flow, I guess. But let's be honest, I quite like the style of it and also really like the end result. So I think this wasn't a bad idea, but also again I used way too much thinner, so it was quite difficult to layer the paint in the end. While drawing the background, again, I could have used way much more paint, so yeah, the background is kind of see-through. I mean, I'm drawing the background on a white prepped canvas, so it's not that tragic, but I could have used way more paint.
It's nearly finished and I need to talk about this whole situation. Oil painting. Let's come to the topic of this video. My first impression of oil paint. Well, let me tell you, it's hard. And of course, I'm new to this material, and yes, of course, my first time trying this, it's clear that it won't be a success. I mean, it's not bad. I'm not saying this thing is bad. It's just, I'm a perfectionist, and I probably always will be a perfectionist. So it's kind of frustrating to start something new, because I know I will never... I basically know my first piece will never be as good as I want it to be. So yeah, it's just kind of frustrating. I mean, of course, I need to get used to the new material I'm using, but I made some major mistakes. Since I'm used to paint with acrylic, I always start with a base color, which is, I think, one of the biggest mistakes I made with this one. I mean, I saw on TikTok that you should start with the darkest color and then layer everything on top of it with every lighter shade and so on. So I tried to do that, but I always thought, okay, even if this isn't dark enough, I can go over it again with a darker color. Well, psych, I couldn't. Every time I wanted to layer the color, I always took off the layer underneath the new paint I wanted to add. So it was so frustrating. I don't know how I managed to still layer the colors, but that's the point I will try to fix when I start my next painting. That's it for this video. I will of course show you the vanishing process, but of course I need to wait until this thing is dry. I'm quite... yeah. Let's see how long this will take to dry. I absolutely don't know how long this will take. But yeah, I will keep you updated and we will see each other when this thing is dry and I can finally vanish it. I'm excited because this is the most satisfying part.
The vanishing process. Actually, this should be the most satisfying part about an oil paint, but I'm not sure if I bought the right vanishing product because as I started putting it on my canvas, it literally turned yellow and I was super scared that I messed this thing up. I mean, I actually made it work somehow. I don't even know how I made this work. But let's be honest, I was super scared putting this liquid onto the drawing.
It is done. I can't believe I made my first oil paint, but it is done. I mean, it's not dried yet. I just vanished it. And when I tell you, the vanishing I bought, it smells. A very intense smell, and I don't like that smell. I don't even know if I bought the right thing, but I put it on there anyway. I mean, it kind of worked. At some point, the clear liquid got yellow, and I thought I messed it up completely, but I think it's fine. I'm kind of proud of this one. Conclusion of my first impression of oil paint is it's very, very difficult, and I will definitely need to practice a lot more to get used of the new material and everything and how to work with it. But I really, really like how oil paint is looking in general. It's just looking so shiny. I really like it. And also it's looking really, really cool. Little spoiler, I already started a new piece. Well, I sketched out something on a bigger canvas. Okay. On a bigger canvas. I don't know if you can see, but it will be another Top Gun Maverick scene because I am obsessed with this movie. I'm not only obsessed with Miles Teller, I'm also obsessed with the movie, so I will definitely keep you updated on this drawing. Maybe I will also make a video about it. Maybe. I'm not sure about that yet. But as I said, I am very surprised how well this piece turned out. And I will definitely continue working with oil paint and keep you updated. And I think that's it for this video. I hope you liked watching me struggle for the first time with oil paint. And yeah, if you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, click the subscribe button so you don't miss another video of me, because I will be more productive in 2023 on my YouTube channel. Well, I will try. And yeah, I think that's it for this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. So, bye!